Like to learn, like another command, you can let me know. Because like sit down and stay are fairly simple to teach. But in terms of like application and stuff, this is like a fan, or not fan, client favorite.
Yeah, I've already heard that.
Because now that if they have to come over or whatever, they have a means to keep their dog still. Okay? Any questions?
Yeah.
Alrighty, who's going to do the first batch of trainings here with Mr. Gus? Okay, so what's our number currently set at? 24. 24? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to bring Gus over, and you're going to shorten your leash about halfway. We're not going to say anything at first. We're going to start tapping, and as you're tapping, you're going to use leash pressure, pulling Gus onto the placemat once, and you're going to continue tapping. Once he's on the placemat entirely, you're going to stop. Okay, so all four legs are on. If he tries to run off, you're going to start tapping again. Use your leash pressure to bring him back on, and relax once he's on there. Wait a moment. Good boy. Break. And we'll repeat that a few times. Okay?
So no commandments or anything?
Not yet. No command.
Just start.
Yeah, so go ahead and pull him close to you. Good. Yeah, you're going to shorten your leash about halfway. And then you're going to start to tap, tap, and pull, tap, 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 right there, and praise. Good boy. Good. And break.
Break.
Good. We're going to repeat that 4 more times. Help me, Mom. Was there any tapping there?
2 taps.
Okay.
Good boy. Good boy. Break. So, like, is it, if he goes on by himself, like, is that?
I would pull him back because we want to make sure that the tap itself is what's getting him to go there. Correct. Tap, tap. Good. And praise. He looks bigger, or is that just me?
I don't know. I think he's getting bigger.
Fluffier.
I think he's fluffier.
Break.
Break. I can see that. 2 more. There we go. Good.
Do dogs like those better?
The placemats?
Oh, that was bad.
I haven't asked. Tap, tap, tap. I like them because these things last forever. They're expensive. Like that one I think was $150 to $250, but it's all elements. Each part is replaceable if needed, but they last forever.
Maybe you get that for Christmas.
They're called Caranda beds. And so what we're gonna do now is same process, but you're gonna be at about 1 foot to 2 feet back. Okay, and you're not gonna move forward now. You're gonna just use the leash tension and the tapping to get Gus to leave from your side towards the placemat.
Say that one more time so I have him here.
Drop. So you're gonna be about 2 feet away. That's good. And then instead of walking him close to the placemat, you're gonna start tapping and pulling, trying not to move forward. Okay. If you need to take a step, a single step is fine. But you're trying to get him to go that whole way there. Tap, 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 tap. A little bit of a pull. Tap. Step in if you need to. Tap. And choke up a bit. There you go. Tap. There you go. Good. And praise. Attaboy. Good.
Okay, break.
Break. Attaboy. Good. Repeat that 4 more times. Tap. 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 Good.
Break.
Good. 3 more. Tap. Tap. Good. Attaboy.
He doesn't need to sit on it.
No, no. Good. 2 more.
Break.
Right. Tap. Tap. Good.
Good boy.
Good. We're gonna do 1 more.
Okay, break.
Tap. Good.
Good boy.
And what's your number right now?
21.
21. Let's go to 26.
Okay.
And what we're going to do here is same process, but now you're going to start sending from different directions. Same style though. So you would stand back 2 feet, tapping, using your leash pressure, but now you're going to go from, that side to that side to this side to the other side. Okay? Tap, tap, tap. Yep. What's his number been about?
High or 20s.
Okay.
Outside. But then when we're walking it's lower, I can put it down to like between 15 and 20 when he's walking.
Okay.
But you know what he's doing now? When I call him, sometimes he stops short, he starts itching himself.
Oh, sure. Yeah, tap. How often does that happen?
Often.
Okay. Once we do this, we'll revisit the recall. What's your number when you're doing the recall? 30?
27, 30.
Does he come running really fast or does he move slow?
Sometimes he trots.
It's a mix.
Okay.
Sometimes he'll sprint. Others will.
Okay.
No.
He usually.
I think he gets a little trotty sometimes. Like he's not in a hurry.
Yeah, we want that because that's why he's doing that, because he's like, nah, I guess I'll do it, and then he kind of just stops to like turn off the pressure. So we'll play with the numbers today to see if we can make it more instant.
I might be tired enough today.
Good.
I just raised the number a little bit.
Want to try a couple more?
Break.
Break. Good.
Good job, buddy.
Break.
We got off of that before you said.
There you go. Good. Let's go into swap handlers.
Break.
All right. I'm going to have you, we're going to go back a step, and I'm going to have you walk him and tap him at the same time for a few, and then we're going to go to where you'll be standing and having him go by himself.
Okay.
Okay? So this one you're going to actually walk him towards as you're tapping while you pull him towards to the mat. Yeah.
Should I start further back?
No, you're good with where you're at. That's fine.
Okay, sorry.
So you're going to be tapping and then walk towards. Tap, 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 like that. Good. And praise, good boy. And we'll repeat that 4 more times.
Break. Let's go. Good boy, buddy. Good boy.
Good.
Break. Let's go.
What's his number currently?
25.
Let's go 30. You said 25, right?
You're getting lazy, Gus. Come on, break. Break.
Huh. There you go. Good. Attaboy.
Good boy, buddy. Good boy.
He's smiling for the camera. Break.
Break. Let's go. Break.
Attaboy.
Keep tapping.
Yep. Tap. 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 There he goes. Attaboy and praise.
Good job, buddy.
Good. So now you're gonna do we're gonna send from a distance, about 2 to 3 feet back. You don't need to do the walk up now. You're just gonna stand still, start tapping, and you'll just choke up on the leash so you can use the leash pressure to pull him forward.
Okay. Break. So I stand right here.
That's good. Yep. Tap. Tap. There you go. Good. And praise. Attaboy. Repeat that 4 more times.
Break.
Good.
Good job.
Good.
Okay.
Break.
Break.
3 more. Right. Good.
Good job.
2 more.
Break. It's like, just let me lay on this thing.
Good.
Good job, buddy.
And then last one.
Oh, you know you All right, break. Come on.
Good.
Good job. Good job.
Let's go ahead and now you're gonna start to do the walk around, same distance, but now from different angles. Correct.
Break. Break.
Did he go there on his own or their taps?
There are taps.
There are taps? Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna have you do is come to a stop, and if he tries to go forward, just pull him back, and then wait a moment, and then do the set. To add a little bit more of a like division there. Okay.
Break. So, you want me to go over here and
So you're gonna walk up, and you're gonna stop about.
should I be tapping as I'm walking up?
No, not for this anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
So here you just walk up. You'll stop about 2 to 3 feet away. Yep, that's good. And then you'd start tapping with the pool. Tap, tap, tap. There he goes. You're at 30.
30.
Let's go to 100.
100. Oh, I was like, oh my.
35.
Break.
That joke never gets old.
Oh, we were like, what? I was going to be like, no. I was like, do I argue? Oh my god. Okay. So you want me to
Yeah, same thing. So no tapping here, just walking up, and then you'll stop about 2 to 3 feet away. Now tap, tap. There we go.
Good job.
Good. Attaboy. Want to do a couple more?
Break. Let's go. Break. Now, come on.
Attaboy. Good job.
I'm just really bored of us.
Tap. Good.
Good job.
Good. And then last one.
Break.
Right. Wait a moment. Yeah, pull him back. Wait a moment. Relax your arm. Now tapping. Tap. Tap. There we go. Attaboy. Good job. Very good.
Good job, buddy.
So we're going to do same kind of concept, except now you're going to tap first, at least 2 to 3 times, and then you're going to apply the leash pressure.
Okay.
Okay, but you're going to keep the distance the same. We're going to keep the angles different. But now we want him to start sending with just the remote, ideally no leash pressure.
Okay.
Okay?
So, how does this transfer to like if we don't have something like this?
You can use a dog bed, you can use a towel, you can use a blanket, an ottoman, as long as it's just an object that he can go on that has a perimeter.
Break.
Tap, tap, tap. You're at 35?
Yeah.
40? I don't think there's any real connection there. His neck wasn't, there it is. Tap. Yeah, so I can see that here. So we have contact. So tap, tap, tap. Now, as you're tapping, pull, tap, tap, tap. He was distracted by those 3 chihuahuas over there. They just walked by.
Good job, buddy. Oh, I know.
Good. Break?
Break. Come on,
Good.
Gus.
4 more.
Come on, let's go. Bucky, let's go. You're not waiting.
Attaboy. Good job.
Is that it? What's that?
There you go.
Good job.
Attaboy. And praise. Good. Try 3 more.
All right, break.
When did on which tap did he start walking?
3.
The third one? Okay.
I think I don't remember actually. I don't know if I counted nicely. Okay.
Right.
It was like 3.
Good.
Did you have to do the third one before, or was he already
He
like
started
in motion?
third, and then he started moving after the third, and then
Yep.
I did a 4th.
Good. And praise. Attaboy.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Nice job.
Okay. 2 more.
Break. Break. We're going to take a nice nap when we go home. Napping all morning. Over here. Yes, over here. Now he's confused again.
There we go. Good.
Job. Good job. Good job.
And do 1 more.
All right, Gussie, break. Over here. Break. Come on. You're moving like a grandpa.
Tap. 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 Now a little bit of leash pressure. There he goes. Attaboy.
Good
Good.
job, Gussie.
Praise.
Good job.
So what we're going to do, same concept, but now you're going to add the word place.
Okay.
So you're going to say place first, you're going to start the tapping, and then if he doesn't respond, then you'll use the leash pressure.
Okay, so place, tap.
Correct.
Okay. Over here. Gus, place.
Attaboy.
Good job,
Good.
buddy. Good job. What are you eating? Good job.
Good. 4 more.
All right, Gussie, break. Break.
Attaboy.
Come on. Yep. Gus, place.
There you
That
go.
was 1.
Good.
Good
And praise.
job, Gussie. Good job. Break.
Good. 3 more.
Gus, place.
Good.
Good job. Good job, Gussie. Good job. Good job.
Good. Couple more.
Break. Gus, place.
Good.
Good job. Good job. Break.
Good. And last one.
Come on, Gus. Let's go. Gus, place.
Attaboy. Good.
Good job, buddy.
Good. We're going to swap handlers here.
Good job. Okay, break. Let's go. Break over here. Break. Come on.
Yes. Yes.
He's like, but you told me to place.
He's like, but I like it on this
Break.
thing. No, he just knows he has to keep doing it. Look at that little trot, Gus.
40.
Yeah.
We keeping on this?
Yes.
What are we doing?
So you're going to cue the word place, and then you're going to start tapping. At least 2 to 3. If he doesn't respond, then you use the leash pressure.
Place.
Now leash pull. Yep. Tap. There he goes. Attaboy.
Good
And
job.
praise.
Say, do you have to say his name first, or does it matter?
No, the only time I say the name is really for the recall. Like Gus come. Everything else you don't have to.
I always say his name.
It's fine if you do. That's nothing, not good or bad.
Place.
Right, there he goes.
Good boy.
Good. 3 more.
I feel him like that.
He's clearly not phased by it. Look at
No.
God, go. Go.
Yes. Buddy. Yes. Place.
Tip. Tip. There you go. Tip. There you go. Good. Attaboy.
Okay, break.
Yes.
What's
Place.
the biggest dog you've taught? Like how many pounds?
Roddy. 150 pounds.
Yes. Good.
But they get bigger. I think they get big as like 180 pounds for like what, a Mastiff?
Yeah.
Break.
That's what my aunt has. 2 Mastiffs.
How much do they weigh?
I think the male's like really like 160. Like he's huge.
He's up there, yeah.
He's like almost could be a show dog. My aunt's a veterinarian, so
Oh, okay.
she's very into that.
Tap. Yep. Tap. A little bit of leash pressure. There we go.
Good boy.
Just think
Good.
for a big ass dog that won't move.
Okay.
Like how much? Yeah. I've had to put 2 collars on some dogs. So, what we did here was teach Gus there's another answer to the remote. If he goes to this area, it turns off, right? Taught that first, and then we layered in the word place. Would you run him earlier or walk him, or what happened?
I took him to the beach.
Oh, okay. So is that why he's tired?
I didn't. We got that. He's been sleeping since 10.
You guys were going for a while.
We were going from like 7:30 to 9:30. Oh yeah, he's
That's
out.
a couple hours, okay.
I always really tire him out because I'm only home Friday through Sunday. Whenever I'm home, we walk a lot, like
Sure.
miles. So he's really tired when I'm home.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, this is fairly easy. Like, it doesn't matter if he's tired, you know, it's just like go here and lay down. So for this command here, what we're working on is we're teaching the send aspect, right? Gus, go here. And you don't have to have this. You can use his dog bed. You can use a towel, a blanket, a kitchen mat. I had a person use a really big area rug. It just has to be something that has a perimeter to help Gus distinguish where he can be and where he can't be. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when we do the place command, he doesn't have to be in a sit or a down. He can be sitting, downing, or standing up. He doesn't have to do anything else other than that. He can make that decision. Okay. Which is why I have to teach this now for like the shoulder programs. Because if you down him, one, it requires more work, but then 2, there's no other option but to lay down. Okay, same thing with the sit. If you say sit, sit means put your butt down, don't move. There's no other option.
So it wasn't his perimeter. He could do whatever.
Correct. So like if there was like another dog, like let's say you had a really big bed and he was on the bed with another dog, like they could play with each other because they're within the perimeter. Okay. So this makes that really easy. So like if, let's say you want to take Gus to like a restaurant with you, you could bring like some of my clients bring a towel in the back of their car, and then they'll just plop it down until the dog plays. So that this way they can enjoy their meal and not have to worry about, is my dog in a complete down. Like they can sit down or stand, doesn't matter. It's more lenient. It's just you don't move off of this area.
Okay.
This is also meant for extended use. Everybody's application is different. Some people need it for a really long time. The average is about like an hour to hour and a half if you're going to use it while you're eating or something. But you know, some people need it for 2 hours. Some people need it for 4 hours. So you just want to decide like how would you apply it, and how long would that context look, right? So if you decide we would apply this when we go out to eat at restaurants, that's like an hour to an hour and a half, you know, thing. That's what you want to practice within the home.
Right.
Okay. When we do practice, I just say if you're gonna watch TV for a couple hours, bring the dog bed, pop it next to you while you're on the couch. Gus place, leave him with the leash on at this stage, and then you just have him there while you watch a movie for a couple hours.
So it comes off.
Tap it. So that's how you teach the duration aspect. Okay, because there's the send, Gus go here, and then there's the don't move. Right? So if you put him there during a movie, now you're working on the don't move aspect. Okay? So I like to do this when I'm not going to be doing anything.
Okay.
Right? So then if he tries to get up, you would just tap him. He should correct and go back to the area, and then you go back to watching your show.
Okay.
45 minutes goes by, he tries to break away again, you start tapping him, he goes back to the bed again, and now you're teaching him don't leave the area. Okay?
Correct. So that you can build towards the application of at a restaurant. Okay. Now, if you know you want to do stuff like that with Gus and have him under control, my suggestion is that you practice a little bit longer than the time that you would need. So if you need him to hold this for an hour to hour and a half, I would do every now and then 2 to 2.5 hours. Because you have to account for there's going to be a waiter or waitress, there's going to be food, there's going to be possibly other dogs, people talking to Gus, there's going to be more distractions going on. So you can compensate a little bit by making it more difficult by increasing the length of time that you have to sit still. Okay?
So what do you do? Do you do increments? Like, do you start with like?
Nope. You could go home right now and do 2 hours.
Okay.
Okay? Because it's simple. It's just go here, don't move. So you don't have to do 5 minutes to 6 minutes to 7 minutes. If right off the bat you go, I want to do 30 minutes, you just do 30 minutes. So at my facility, when we do our boarding trains,
yeah, I saw that are they like leashed there?
we have tethers, correct. So we have columns, right? So we have columns with placemats, and then we have tethers. And like, let's say we had Gus and we taught him place. We would bring him over to the column, place him, and then we clip him on a tether. And then we start working with another dog, right? So then we're like across the facility, and he might try to like sneak off, because the tether is long enough that the dog can get off and move around, okay? But not enough that they can like get 20 feet away. So that if I'm across the facility and I'm 40 feet away and like the dog is trying to sneak off, I can correct the dog from 40 feet away, and then they go back on again, and I go back to train the dog. So then they think, oh wow, you don't need to be right here in order to be able to correct me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that distance. So it's
they like wait till you walk away or turn around.
correct if they're going to try to move. So we have the tether there and the columns. It's kind of like a cheat system because it allows us to. We do right away 2 to 3 hours once we teach the dog. We start doing really long increments because there's more than one. Like we have physical exercise, but then we have mental exercise.
Right.
So a dog is like a 3 to 4 year old child. 3 to 4 year old kid want to move. So like when I was a kid growing up, if we went to church, it was really hard for me to sit still for church. Right? It was like I had to like pay myself to listen to it. It was mentally exhausting. Same for dogs. If you place them and you have them there for a couple hours, it's mental exercise as opposed to physical exercise. Okay, because now he's got to sit still. So at my facility, you know, the dogs might be playing, they might be resting in the kennel, they might be doing treadmill time or going out for the pack walk, or they might be doing placement. Right? So there's not just play. There's physical activity that's structured, like the treadmill or the pack walk. There's mental activity, which is place command, don't move for the next period of time. Or there's the active playing and running around in the player, right? So we blend all those things together because most places it's play, and then they send the dog home wide because there's no other type of activity. It's just play, and the dog's constantly on. So that's why we do different activities to help the dog calm down. So when they go home, they're mentally tired, they're physically tired, they've already technically been walked, and it's more well balanced. Okay. So here for him, aside from like 7:30, 9:30 walks, great. And then if you want another activity, kind of tire him out, like if it's too cold or anything, you also have duration work. Okay. Right. Now this is very easy to do, but a lot of people overlook it. I think because it is so easy, where they're like, I'll just do it, whenever I need it. But then when it comes to that, like let's say you're at the restaurant, you've not practiced place with Gus here, and then you want him to hold it for like an hour and a half, it's going to be a problem. Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to do 2 hours every day. Let's say you have 30 minutes today that you're going to sit down and like do some computer work. Bring the dog bed over, Gus place, you step on the leash, and you do computer work for 30 minutes. At the end, Gus break, he's done. And then maybe in a couple of days. I do the leash in the beginning because if he tries to sneak away and you tap him to correct him, he's going to run away. He's going to know like, oh, I have more. Without that leash, he knows you don't have physical control. So you have one of two ways of doing the duration. One is you do it by stages. So the first stage is Gus is at your feet while you watch a movie or you're eating dinner, you're doing computer work. So if he gets up, you don't have to do a lot of work. He's just right there. A lot of people try to skip to Gus is across the room, I'm over here, and then the dog keeps getting up, and they have to walk the dog all the way back across the room, and there's too much work. Yes. Okay. So I always do it next to me. If you get up to go get a drink of water or something, at this stage, what I do is I'll release the dog first. I'll say break, then I'll get up, go get my water or go get dinner or something, and then come back and replace Gus or let him be free. Okay. The second week, Gus is in place, still next to us, but now I can get up and walk away. He shouldn't.
Okay.
But if he does move, it's going to be a lot easier to correct because you've already done it for a week. The third week, he's 4 to 5, maybe 6 feet away from me. The fourth week, Gus is now across the room or whatever with no leash on.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, you can also do what we do, which is tether. So like if you have a couch, you just leave the leash underneath your couch leg, so it helps kind of keep him contained. The only problem is like if you were to hop on the couch and he's able to, like some dogs will do that. Some of my clients had like the old school radiators, since they weren't on. You know, they tether the dog to the radiator, and they would be cleaning their house and like doing all sorts of stuff because they had something to keep the dog still. Okay. Otherwise, it just takes a little bit more time, but you want to start with him in your immediate space and then work gradually out to where he's at a distance of you. Okay. But the length of time, you could do 2 hours as soon as you go home right now.
Okay.
It's up to you. It's just, you're just thinking like, all right, what am I going to be doing for the next bit? Oh yeah, I'm going to watch a movie. It's an hour and a half. I guess I'll just have Gus lay here on place command instead of like on my lap or something. Okay.
Cool. Candy for Thanksgiving.
There you go. So I suggest, you know, just randomize it. You get the 30 minutes here, 50 minutes here, an hour here.
Very.
You know.
Yes.
And then if you're going to use it for like when guests come over, you'd want to have control first. So like if guests are coming at 5:30, at 5 o'clock, Gus is already in place.
Okay.
People tend to try to use it when the dog is already like being spazzy. Okay, now with remote collar, you're able to get the control back because you have the remote, but it's a little bit harder just because he's already like distracted. So I recommend prior, because that makes it easier, but it is good to know how to get him back under control again, even if he's been distracted, okay? Questions about this?
No, that's really nice.
So we're gonna do one more thing here, and then we'll talk about the recall. Okay. So who's gonna do the next batch with them?
You might be tired too, because when I take them on walks, I do a lot of the training the whole time.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So maybe that kind of makes sense, like the mental part of it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like walking a dog in a tight heel is very exhausting because he has to have impulse control. He can't just do whatever he wants.
Right.
You know, plus the physical activity of it. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna release Gus.
Gus, break.
You're gonna do the place from a distance like you were.
Break.
Once he goes, you're gonna start walking around him, and then you're gonna stop. You're gonna praise him, and then you're gonna walk around him again, and then break. Okay. If he moves, you're gonna start tapping. You're not gonna say place. You're just gonna tap and use the leash to guide him back.
So am I holding the leash the whole time?
Correct.
Gus, place.
Tap, tap, tap. There he goes. Attaboy. And go to start to move around.
I don't think he's gonna get off right. Well, maybe.
Good. You're gonna come in and give him some praise. Give him a lot of praise. Attaboy.
Good boy. I don't think he's gonna get off.
Go in and walk around.
Let's break. Come on. Let's break. You want to stay higher than that. Okay, Gus, over here. Gus, place. I think I might have called him.
Go in and walk around.
Not yet. Dan, you're the nice guy.
Good. And then come in. You're gonna praise him, and then you're gonna leave him there and walk around again. Okay.
Boy.
There you go. Good. Back to his side. Good. 3 more.
Gus, break.
Break, break, break.
Gus, place.
Oh, that's a good one. Just get comfortable. Good. Back in and praise. Attaboy.
Good boy, buddy. Are you tired? Did you drink too much lake water?
And step away. Walk around again. Good. Good. And back in. Break.
Good job, buddy. Break. Let's go.
Good. 2 more. Good. That was a good one. Tap. There he goes. Attaboy. Good.
Good boy.
Excuse me.
It's a nice day for a nap.
Huh.
The heat makes you tired. Okay, break.
And we're going to do one more, then we'll move to the recall stuff.
Break. Let's go. Gus, come on.
Boop, 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 boop. There he goes. Attaboy.
Gus. And come on, Gus. Very. No. You're gonna be the first one to do his recall, so. Gus, place.
Good.
Hey, good job.
Attaboy. Okay? So, when you work with them with this, 2 to 3 minutes, a couple times a day for the sending aspect. If you're going to use a new object, you have to do with the leash first a few of these to let him like transfer like, oh, this is also place. Okay? Then once he recognizes the object, you're fine.
Okay.
And then duration whenever you want.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and release him.
Hey, Gus, break.
Good, we'll pop him on a long leash here.
Let's go, Gus. Let's go. You're almost done. What do you stand too? I know that's not good for this.
Did he eat a lot?
No, because right when I realized he was doing it, I know it's bad for them, so I said we're done.
Okay. All right, and then the issue was he stops, you said, on the recall.
Sometimes he stops short and starts itching, yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright, wait, hold on. I'm gonna run away.
And is this when you practice together or when you're trying to practice with him at the park?
Well, when we're practicing at the park, together he's fine, but come on.
Just come.
And is the speed like that or is the speed slower?
Like that.
Okay, we'll do a couple more.
The issue is also I work 10-hour days, so we don't get to do this as much as I do like when I walk him or Dan walks him.
Gotcha.
So like that's what. Hi, buddy.
Just come.
That's a slow one.
That's a slow one? Okay.
Yeah.
What, is that too slow?
I mean, it could be. Have you seen him run faster?
He's fast.
Then yes, it can be faster.
He's fast.
We'll do one more.
Break him. Break. I also think he gets like this when we're doing this a lot. And that's why.
Well, it does get frustrating because it's redundant. So I try to.
That's what makes him mad. Like he's like, why the hell would I do this?
I think he's just tired. This isn't mad. Dogs. Well, I mean, for me, a mad dog is a dog that's like about to bite you.
Oh.
That's how I look at it.
Gussie, come on.
I think this is him like just tired.
Just come.
What's the highest you've gone for him when you practice the recall?
35.
35. If
Oh my god. Please.
that's funny.
What? He's not dead. He doesn't. I hope his belly doesn't hurt. Because he like drank the lake water a little bit.
Just come.
What I would do is what's that?
That's ridiculous. And then he doesn't get this one.
Oh, the side steps.
Oh, there he
Sure.
goes.
No, he's good with this.
You got all those leaves on them. I would play with the number. Okay. But you're saying if you practice together, he's
Better.
He's good.
Are you okay, Gus?
Look at him.
well, like for us here, this is nice. Like this is perfect weather. But for guys like Gus, like he's actually hot.
I know. I haven't been this hot in a while, and he does not like the heat.
Yeah. So actually, that reminds me. If you're ever working with Gus and it's hot out, don't be surprised if your number is like more than double. Okay.
Okay.
Because the body heat overrides the collar.
Oh.
And like I had a golden, like the number was 20 on like the baby collar, and I was at 100, and I could see the twitch happening. Dog wasn't phased. And then I cooled off the dog in the shade for like 10 minutes, and then afterwards the dog put it on the 100. And I've seen it happen a lot throughout the years, where when the dogs get too hot,
Yeah.
the number is usually higher. So if you ever feel like he's not listening well, it's probably because the number's too low
Yeah.
for the whatever the climate is.
Yeah,
Okay?
he really doesn't like the heat. Like, he'll put himself in the sun. He'll run from shade spot to shade spot.
So,
Sure.
What do you recommend getting like a jacket?
No, I mean not until the winter really kicks in. He'll tell you. Like if you're outside with him and he's like shaking. Oh wait, no, but last time wasn't he shaking?
No, I think he was shaking because there was like
The collar? Wait, have we been out in the cold? No, no, we haven't. No, there was another dog that I saw, and I told him their dog was cold. So not Gus, yeah. So once the winter comes, if you see him shaking and stuff, then he needs it. But I think he's got a pretty thick enough coat that he should be fine.
Okay.
But and I've noticed that when people get puppies and the puppies grow through a winter, they tend to handle the winter better. So like they adapt to it, and then like clients get their dogs during the summer.
We got him in March. Snow.
Yeah.
He grew up. He was born in February, so I'm sure he wasn't.
He was already exposed to the cold, yeah. So I'd keep an eye on it, but he'll let you know if he's too cold. Like you'll see a lot of shaking and stuff.
I'm afraid he's sick. This is me. I get nervous.
No, he looks fine.
Gus, come.
Like his energy looks the same, other than like just tired. When you work with him in those trouble spots, like when you said you're on 35, I would try 40.
Okay.
You know, for a few times, and try 45. So each time you work with them, you're just slowly bumping it up
Okay.
to see if so what you're trying to do is make them with the higher number come to you faster, and that should address the scratching.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess yeah. We only really have it at the harder. And like today I did it on the beach. We were on the beach and it was just us and there was like minimal distractions. And I actually did it without
The long leash.
without it. And you can't.
Can you? Yeah. So when you practice, you know the 4 stages: long leash, dragging, no leash enclosed area, no leash unenclosed area.
Okay, long leash dragging. What's the other one?
No leash enclosed area,
No leash.
and then no leash unenclosed area.
Okay.
Okay, is the structure I give people. Almost everybody just skips steps. Okay,
I don't want
but I say that so like I don't care that you practice at the dog beach whatever because it was enclosed, right?
Well, yeah, and there was no other dogs around. I would never do it with
Sure.
another dog around.
So like you know like it allows for mistakes and not worrying about is my dog gonna move.
Oh, yeah. I would never do it in an area that
Yeah, that's gonna take time. I'm gonna go ahead and cap it here for this guy because he's clearly burnt. So for the next class, you know, think about what you'd like to cover. It's usually it's an overview, like we go over everything, make sure everything's being practiced correctly. Or if it's like you're still struggling with the recall, we can play with the number a bit. But I would already start that process now, so that this way, if that is the issue, we can get that fixed and work on something else.
Okay.
Okay. So every time you practice with them, if you notice it's slow, just bump it 5 levels.